Are we smiling? All right, this is the 7 p.m. Academic Challenge for December 1st, 2015. And we will begin in 3, 2, 1. Welcome to Academic Challenge. I'm Ray Gustafson, your host and moderator. Today we're featuring teams from Countryside and Coloma. WSJM's Academic Challenge features scholastic competition involving high schools from around southwest Michigan. Academic Challenge is sponsored by Berrien Springs Public Schools, Lake Michigan College, Lakeshore Public Schools, and the Cook Nuclear Plant. Let's meet our teams. First from Countryside, name, grade you're in, and something interesting about yourself. Okay, name and grade. How's that?
There's so many.
I'm Aisha, and I'm an 11th grader, and I like to travel.
And you have to sit next to Caleb.
Yeah.
I'm Caleb. I'm a senior, and I make the worst jokes on the planet.
Do you have one that you could share quickly with us?
Why are my jokes so terrible?
Why?
No, hang on. Why are your jokes so terrible? Okay, there we go.
Because I write them on paper.
Ooh, that's bad.
I've heard worse.
Next.
Hello, I'm Asher Feener. I'm a sophomore, and I really like anything with good action.
What's your favorite movie of all time?
Avengers: Age of Ultron.
That was a good movie. Good.
Haven't seen Star Wars yet, though.
No, I can't wait.
That doesn't come out for, what?
2 weeks.
2 weeks yet, I think, yeah.
17th.
17th, yeah, absolutely. And we have somebody who's never been on the Academic Challenge before. We have a newbie tonight.
My name is Quentin. I'm a 12th grader, and I enjoy the NBA.
Very cool. Favorite player
Kyrie,
of all time?
of all time.
Or it could be currently.
Currently, Kyrie Irving.
Cleveland Cavaliers.
There you go.
He's hurt, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, over to Coloma. Welcome.
Jared Evans, senior, and I love music.
Excellent. Favorite song or artist?
50 Ways to Leave Your Lover.
Hans Zimmer.
Very cool.
Spencer Colby, sophomore, and I can't really think of anything interesting.
We'll come back to you.
Everything is interesting.
There we go.
Matthew Kennedy, freshman. I play the saxophone.
Very cool. Bring it next time. I want to hear a
Alto
little.
or tenor?
Tenor.
I can sing solo.
Solo that we can't hear
Solo you can't hear me.
Good.
And I can also sing tenor, 10 or 12 miles from here. So, yes.
Wow.
And last but not least, see, you thought you had the bad jokes, Caleb.
I'm also Caleb. I'm a sophomore, and I'm on our robotics team.
Welcome. So
Good team, too.
Matthew, you're newbie to the Academic Challenge as well. Your first time here. Are you nervous?
A little bit.
Well, you should be. All right.
No, you shouldn't.
Let's begin the Academic Challenge. Here's some basic rules. During the first and second halves, we'll announce the value of each question before it's asked. When you press your button, please wait to be recognized. No consultation allowed except during the 60-second round, which is at our halftime. I'm Ray Gustafson, your scorekeeper and judge. Bill Klein is joining us. Bill will be asking the questions. Bill, are you ready?
Yeah, I think so.
Players, are we ready?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
All right, let's begin the Academic Challenge. As soon as he finishes answering the questions, you may buzz in. If you think you know the answer before he's done asking the question, you can certainly buzz in. But remember, once somebody from your team has buzzed in, if you answer incorrectly, nobody else on your team can buzz in, and it does allow the other team to buzz in and try to steal those points away from you.
Only if you're wrong.
Only if you're wrong. And, of course, we're never wrong,
Never
right?
wrong.
I must warn you, Bill brought the tough questions tonight, as he always does.
There are some good ones in
There's
here.
some good ones in here. Yeah. Do you write those yourself?
No, I do
Okay.
not. I do not write them. I just look at them and try to read some of them.
All right, get your buzzers ready, and let's begin.
For 5 points, periods of severe economic stress are called depressions because the Hoover administration suggested the word might not upset American people as much as the word that was previously used. What did depressions used to be called before Hoover?
Caleb from Countryside.
Valleys.
Incorrect.
Coloma, give you a few seconds if you want to try. Spencer from Coloma.
Botanics.
That is correct for 5 points.
I was going to say the Baroque period, but
Yeah.
that's see, there's those jokes. There's those bad jokes again. All right,
For 20 points, among all classical symphonies, what is the particular distinction of the Symphony Number 3 in D minor by Gustav Mahler?
Caleb from Countryside.
5 notes.
Incorrect. It is the longest of all symphonies, over 1.5 hours long.
Wow. Just a reminder, you don't lose points if you answer incorrectly, so make sure you buzz in. Even if you think you know the answer, give it a try.
For 10 points, what was Edward Albee's first full-length play? Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton. Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf? For 15 points, who was the mythical artist, craftsman, and inventor who constructed the labyrinth for King Minos on Crete?
Jared from Coloma.
Hephaestus.
Incorrect.
Countryside. Anybody?
Daedalus. For 10 points, there were generally 3 distinct classifications of volcanoes. Active and dormant are 2 types. What is the third?
Caleb from Countryside.
Ancient.
Incorrect.
Good guess, though.
Extinct.
And I would have also taken ones that you run away quickly from. No, I'm just kidding.
For 20 points. Boy, the jokes are really getting bad.
He
For
started.
20 points. Edge of the axe, soon to be used on him, who quipped, "'Tis a sharp remedy, but a sure one for all ills." He was beheaded in 1618. Who was he?
Quentin from Countryside.
King Louis.
Incorrect. Good guess, though.
Coloma, want to take a guess?
This is what you get for throwing your coat down over a mud puddle. Sir Walter Raleigh. For 5 points, how do you spell nutritious?
Caleb from Countryside.
Sorry. Nutritious.
That is correct for 5 points.
Nice.
For 5 points of math questions. Get your pencils out. Extract the square root of 900. The square root of 900.
$42. No?
30.
Oh, all right.
For 5 points. It's the site of many mosques, one of the most important trade centers of the Mediterranean, and the largest city in Africa. Name it.
Spencer from Coloma.
Cairo.
That is correct for 5 points. For 5 points. What are all these 5-point questions? A conductor often holds what device in his hand to lead an orchestra?
Matthew, Coloma.
A
Need an answer. All right.
cantaloupe.
Cantaloupe is incorrect.
Correct.
Asher from Countryside.
A baton?
That is correct for 5 points. For 5 points, where did the Industrial Revolution begin?
Spencer, Coloma.
Great Britain.
That is correct for 5 points. For 10 points,
There we go.
they began as cellular organisms but lost their cell structure while becoming parasitic. They are the non-cellular ancestors of cellular organisms. They are pieces of nucleic acid detached from cells. These are 3 theories about the origin of what?
Matthew, Coloma.
The origin of life.
Incorrect.
Aisha from Countryside.
Bacteria.
Close. Viruses.
Viruses.
For 10 points, what pitch swerves the opposite direction from a regular curveball?
Aisha, Countryside.
A screwball?
That is correct for 10 points.
Okay.
For 10 points, she was active in social causes before she wed her cousin in 1905. Her maiden name did not change upon marriage. In 1935, she started writing a daily newspaper column called My Day. Name her.
Matthew, Coloma.
Eleanor Roosevelt.
That is correct for 10 points. For 5 points, philosopher David Hume asserted that they could only be considered true if they are of greater probability than that of their witnesses being mistaken or lying. What supernatural events are we talking about?
Caleb, Countryside.
Hauntings.
Incorrect. Miracles. For 15 points, during his presidential campaign, he was forced to admit fathering a child out of wedlock. The indiscretion produced this jingle from his opponent. Ma, ma, where's my pa? Gone to the White House. Ha, ha, ha. Name the president.
Caleb, Countryside.
Ronald Reagan.
Incorrect. Grover Cleveland.
Under 2 minutes left.
A math question.
Get your
pencils out. I should have done this one too. For 5 points, take the number of weeks in a year, divide by the numbers of balls it takes to walk a batter in baseball, and multiply by the number of letters in the word Friday.
Say it one more time.
Take the number of weeks in a year, divide by the numbers of balls it takes to walk a batter in baseball, and multiply by the number of letters in the word Friday. What's your answer?
Jared, Coloma.
78.
That is correct for 5 points. For 15 points, what period of art does Sandro Botticelli represent?
Spencer, Coloma.
Renaissance.
That is correct for 15 points. For 10 points, it was established in response to sniper incidents during the 1960s. Which unit of the Los Angeles Police Department are we talking about?
Aisha, Countryside.
Special Forces?
Incorrect. SWAT, Special Weapons and Tactics. For 15 points, when Charlemagne died, the empire was divided among his 3 sons. On whose death was a kingdom divided among 3 sons named Philip, Archelaus, and Antipas?
Caleb, Countryside.
Alexander the Great.
Incorrect. Alexander was the son of Philip. This was Herod the Great.
That's the end of the first half of today's academic challenge. We'll be back with the score and the 62nd round after this on WSJM, the news and talk of Michigan's Great Southwest. All right, take a breath. Let me get the scores here real quick.
Aisha?
No, don't switch until after the 62nd round. Then what do we got for
Statue of Liberty.
Okay.
Apparently not. In history.
Which one will they not choose?
I would say
Apparently not. I'm going to say apparently not. All right. All right, Jared, are you the team captain? Okay. And Aisha, you're the team captain? Okay, good. All right, are we ready to go? Let's do the 60-second round. Here we go, 60-second round in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to Academic Challenge on WSJM. At the end of the first half, the score is Countryside 20 and Coloma 45. Now on to the 60-second round. Teams, you have 3 categories to choose from. We will give you 60 seconds to answer as many of the 10 questions as you can. Each one of those questions worth 10 points. There will be a 20-point bonus if you can answer all 10 within the time limit. You are encouraged to consult with one another at this time, but answers need to come from the team captains. So after the minute is up, the opposing team will have a chance to answer any questions that the first team could not answer, so they can steal some points. So Countryside, you are trailing at the moment. You have first choice of these categories, which are Statue of Liberty, Apparently Not, and History. And Aisha, what do you think your choice would be?
Apparently not.
Apparently not. That was the one, Bill, that I didn't think anybody would choose. All right, we will put 60 seconds on the timer, and that 60 seconds will begin as soon as he finishes reading that first question.
A silkworm is not a worm. What is it?
Pass.
An English horn is not English and is not a horn. What is it, or where is it from?
Pass.
A shooting star is not a star. What is it?
Comet.
Incorrect. A prairie dog is not a dog. What is it?
Pass.
A lead pencil contains no lead. What does it contain?
Graphite.
Correct. A peanut is not a nut. What is it?
Legume.
Correct. A funny bone is not a bone. What is it?
Cartilage.
Incorrect. Noisome refers not to something offensive to the sense of hearing, but to which other sense?
Smell.
Correct. A jackrabbit is not a rabbit. What is it?
Hair.
Correct. A piece of catgut is not from a cat. Can we continue that
Yep,
one?
go ahead and finish
It's
that.
made from the intestines of what creature?
Sheep. Lamb. Sheep.
Correct. That was
All
your
right.
first one.
Yeah, he got into that last question, so I'll let you go ahead and answer that, and I will do the same for the other teams if it gets to that point as well. So, Countryside, you got 5 correct, so that means, Coloma, there are 5 unanswered questions, a quick way for you to pick up an extra 50 points as well. So, we will put 60 seconds back on the timer. Remember to consult with one another, and that 60 seconds will begin as soon as he finishes reading that first question.
A silkworm is not a worm. What is it?
Caterpillar.
Correct. An English horn is not English and not a horn. What is it, or where is it from?
France.
Correct. It's an alto oboe. A shooting star is not a star. What is it?
Meteor.
Correct. A prairie dog is not a dog. What is it?
Rodent.
Correct. A funny bone is not a bone. What is it?
Nerve.
That is correct.
And there's the
And that's
5.
it. There's the 5.
All right, so you each got 5 correct. You each got 50 points on this first round. Now we're going to switch sides of the table and give Coloma a chance to choose from the 2 remaining categories. And those 2 remaining categories would be Statue of Liberty or History. So which one would you choose there, Jared?
History.
History it is. We will put 60 seconds back on that clock. Remember to consult with one another. And it will begin as soon as he's done reading that first question.
How did the Turkish city Constantinople get its name?
Emperor Constantine.
Correct. Who were the first Europeans known to have reached Canada?
Vikings.
Correct. Most 16th century explorers were seeking gold, but what products was Magellan seeking?
Pass.
What side was George Washington on in the French and Indian War?
British.
Correct. India was controlled by what nation at the beginning of the 19th century?
Great Britain.
Correct. In 1834, a fire in London destroyed what buildings?
Parliament.
Correct. Like his mother, Victoria, this king gave his name to an age. Who was he?
Pass.
Where did Adolf Hitler write Mein Kampf?
Go ahead and try it.
Prison.
Correct.
So that is 6 correct. So that means Countryside. There are 4 remaining questions for you to steal away from. We will put 60 seconds back on the timer, and that 60 seconds will begin as soon as he's finished with that first question.
Most 16th century explorers were seeking gold, but what products was Magellan seeking?
Spices.
Correct. Like his mother, Victoria, this king gave his name to an age. Who was he?
Henry.
Incorrect. King Edward VII. The 1940s were which decade of the 20th century?
Wait, can you repeat? 15?
I'm sorry?
15?
Incorrect. 5th. On which occasion was Tora, Tora, Tora the go-ahead signal?
I don't know. Pass.
Take a guess.
Take a guess.
World War II.
Well, it's incorrect. It's the start of World War II, but it was the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor.
All right. So you got 1 correct. So you picked up 10 extra points there. So, all right. So that ends our 60-second round. We'll check the scores and conclude the game next here on WSJM, the news and talk of Michigan's Great Southwest.
Nicely done, folks.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Did you answer any of these questions? I'm sitting here struggling on them, so yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I knew
Yeah.
most of the history ones, but that was about it.
I have a Sharpie.
Right here.
Yep. So if you want to, yep, substitutions are coming in.
You want to pass that over? Pass the marker over to Quentin. Stasher. And we lost. Okay.
So who'd we pick up?
Now, I can't read that from here.
It's Carson.
Carson?
Yep.
And
Amira.
Oh.
Thank you. So Carson is on 5. And Amira is on 3. I think we are all set. All right, should we do the second half, ladies and gentlemen? Yes. All right, are we ready? All right, here comes the second half of the Academic Challenge in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to Academic Challenge on WSJM. The score at the end of the 60-second round, Countryside 80, Coloma 160. It's time now to find out what's happening at each of our participating schools. Aisha, we'll go over to you. What's happening at Countryside?
Hello from Countryside. This year continues to present us with excitement from events and also sports. Our FFA, cheer, and PTO will be sponsoring a free community dinner, along with on December 17th from 5 to 7 p.m. We're proud to say that we have won the Battle of the Blankets for the second year in a row,
Nice.
collecting over 100 blankets for Homelessness Awareness Month. Also, our girls varsity basketball team will be starting their season against Dream Academy, with a game against Dream Academy this Wednesday. And we'd also like to wish everyone a Merry Christmas, or just Happy Holidays.
There you go. There you go. Welcome. So move on over to Coloma. Jared, what's happening at Coloma?
We're still doing great over at Coloma High School. Our winter sports are kicking off now, starting with our bowling team, the state runner-ups, first game on December 5th. Our indoor soccer club is getting started as well, along with our basketball team, who have their first game tonight. Our arts are also doing great. Our club has finished decorating a Christmas tree at the North Berrien Historical Museum. It was 80s themed, and we're very proud of how it turned out and all the work that went into it. Our high school band has its winter concert coming up on December 9th, and the choir's winter concert is on December 11th. We're sure to see big turnouts at both of those events. Our National Honor Society is hosting an Angel Tree program for younger Coloma students, and our Student Council is doing a blood drive on December 9th with the help of Michigan Blood. We've got a lot of people signed up, but if anyone still wants to donate, there are still tons of spots open. We'd also like to thank Health Heroes for sponsoring free flu shots at our school. And, of course, we'd like to thank our sponsors, the Lakeshore Lancers, Cook Nuclear Plant, Berrien Springs Public Schools, Lake Michigan College, and, of course, WSJM for hosting the event.
Thank you.
You'll need their blood.
There you go. Absolutely.
I think
Well-
we're a little bit late on Halloween, sir.
There you go.
I had a Halloween poster here.
Is that what it was? All right, let's begin the second half of the academic challenge. We'll put the correct times back on the timers, and we'll see if we can make this a fun game, as they always are. Are you ready, Bill?
I'm ready.
Teams, you ready? All right, here we go.
For 15 points, what is the largest metropolitan area in Asia?
Matthew, Coloma.
Beijing.
Incorrect.
Carson, you can't buzz in from the same team, by the way, so you just we got to hand it over to Countryside. Aisha, Countryside.
Hong Kong.
Tokyo. For 10 points, John Bonham on drums, John Paul Jones on bass guitar, Jimmy Page on lead guitar, and Robert Plant on vocals. What rock group am I talking about?
Aisha, Countryside.
The Rolling Stones.
Incorrect. Oh, Led Zeppelin.
Led Zeppelin. Bill, I inadvertently left out, we do have some substitutions in the second half that I did want to introduce really quick. On Countryside, introduce yourself and say what grade you're in, please. I'm sorry.
Hi, my name is Amira, and I'm a freshman.
Freshman at Countryside, and
Hi, my name is Carson, and I'm a freshman.
at Coloma. Welcome. Sorry, I did not introduce you. Yeah, welcome to the academic challenge. So sorry about that. Just want to make sure we got everybody recognized. Okay, next question.
For 5 points, in Homer's Greek version, he is called Odysseus. And in Virgil's Latin version, he is called what?
Caleb from Countryside.
The Odyssey.
Incorrect.
Carson, Coloma.
Achilles.
Incorrect. Ulysses.
Ulysses.
For 20 points, which of Dostoevsky's brothers Karamazov is accused of their father's murder?
Aisha, Countryside.
Peter.
Incorrect. Dmitri.
Dimitri.
For 5 points, Rosa Ponzelli, Renata Tebaldi, Kirsten Flagstad, Joan Sutherland, Elizabeth Schwarzkopf, Bridget Nilsson, Leontine Price, Maria Callas, Beverly Sills, Kathleen Battle, Cecilia Bartelli, Renee Fleming. Identify the voice range of these famous operatic stars.
Caleb from Countryside.
Alto.
Incorrect.
Take a guess. You're gonna go.
They were all sopranos.
See, you don't lose points for taking a guess. All right.
For 20 points, what are Adar, Sivan, Nisan, Kislev, Tibet, and Shabbat?
Aisha, Countryside.
Car brands.
Incorrect.
Was it the Nissan that maybe gave that one away? Possibly. Matthew, Coloma.
Cities.
Those are months of the Jewish calendar. For 20 points, of his paintings, he said, quote, "The observer must learn to look at them as representation of mood, not of objects," end quote. The artist is considered the father of abstract painting in general and of abstract expressionism in particular. He was born in Russia in 1866. Who is he?
Caleb from Countryside.
Van Gogh.
Incorrect.
Since we got in right under the buzzer, Coloma, anybody want to give that a shot? Give you a couple of seconds. Matthew from Coloma.
Picasso.
Incorrect. Two good guesses.
Yeah.
Wassily Kandinsky. Yeah, I have 20 of his. For 10 points, according to anthropologist Ashley Montague, this word refers to the late stages in the development of a society. It begins with writing and the organization of cities. It is also the one-word title of a book and public television series by Sir Kenneth Clark. What is the word?
Jared, Coloma.
Civilization.
That is correct for 10 points. For 5 points, Harper's Weekly published a cartoon by Thomas Nast in 1870. The cartoon used for the first time a donkey to symbolize what?
Caleb, Countryside.
Republicans.
Incorrect.
Spencer, Coloma.
Democrats.
It's correct for 5 points. A math question. Get your pencils out. For 10 points, if the lengths of two sides of a triangle are 6 and 9, then the third side must be less than what number? If the lengths of two sides of a triangle are 6 and 9, then the third side must be less than what number?
Spencer, Coloma.
15.
That is correct for 10 points. For 10 points, Thomas Malthus theorized that there would eventually be a crash in the world's human population caused by what?
Spencer, Coloma.
Famine.
That is correct for 10 points. For 5 points, Vesta, Juno, and Mars were Roman deities. From what mythology do Anubis, Horus, Seth?
Aisha, Countryside.
Egyptian
That
mythology.
is correct for 5 points. For 5 points, what word, frequently used during the Yuletide season, means song of joy, praise, or devotion?
Caleb, Countryside.
Yuletide.
Incorrect.
Jared, Coloma.
Carol.
That is correct for 5 points. For 10 points, can you name the old carol that was traditionally sung in Welsh homes when Christmas decorations were hung?
Caleb, Countryside.
Deck the halls.
That is correct for 10 points. Can you sing it?
Deck the halls with bells.
Just don't let Ray sing. For 10 points, what do psychologists call one who suffers from periods of despondency alternating with periods of excitement?
Aisha, Countryside.
Manic depressive.
That is correct for 10 points.
About 2 minutes left.
For 20 points, what American won the 1934 Nobel Peace Prize for discovering deuterium?
Caleb, Countryside.
Chuck Norris.
Incorrect. Harold Urey. Oh my gosh, how could nobody forget him? For 15 points, what English city did the perceptive Allen Ginsberg call in 1964 the center of the consciousness of the human universe?
Aisha, Countryside.
London.
Incorrect. Liverpool. For 20 points, Swan's Way is its first of 7 parts. Times Regained is the last. Name this literary work. Remembrance of things past. For 5 points. In air, its speed is about 330 meters per second. Identify it.
Spencer, Coloma.
Sound.
That is correct for 5 points. For 15 points. If you refer to a continent's insular areas, exactly what are you referring to?
Aisha, countryside.
The land?
Incorrect. It's islands.
You know what, Bill?
What?
That's it.
Oh, and we had a math question next.
That's the end of today's academic challenge. We'll tabulate the scores, announce the winners after this on WSJM, the news and talk of Michigan's Great Southwest. All right, give me a second.
It's only been 15, then that one, I put the 9 as the...
All right, let's do the wrap-up. The wrap-up in 3, 2, 1. We're back on WSJM's Academic Challenge to announce today's winner and thank our sponsors. The winners by a score of 210 to 105 are the team from Coloma. Congratulations, Coloma. Nice job.
Both teams did very well.
Yeah. Thank you for joining us on WSJM's Academic Challenge, brought to you by Lakeshore Public Schools, Lake Michigan College, Berrien Springs Public Schools, and the Cook Nuclear Plant. Join us again next week at this same time as Bridgman and Lakeshore go ahead to head on the Academic Challenge.
And Santa Claus may show up. Who knows?
Yeah. Hey, before you guys head out.